Let's begin. Today is October 8th, 2024, and we're solving the Daily Turing Machine Puzzle. Today's puzzle uses the following 5 criteria cards. Criteria card 4, 7, 12, 16, and 21. And the puzzle uses the blue verification cards. The code above is your way to get more information on today's puzzle by searching the code on turingmachine.info. Let's go solve. So in the grid above, we've got our 5 criteria cards. On the top row, we've got criteria card A, criteria card B, and criteria card C. On the bottom row, we've got criteria card D and criteria card E. So criteria card A looks at our middle digit, the square digit, and compares it to the number 4. So should the value of square be less than 4? Should it be equal to 4? Or should square be greater than 4? Criteria card B will take a look at our last digit, circle digit, and the Turing machine will let us know if its value is an even digit or an odd digit. Criteria card C will take a look at our first and last digits, triangle and circle, and compare them. So should the value of triangle be less than circle? Should it be equal to circle? Or should the triangle value be greater than circle? Criteria card D will take a look at our 3-digit solution and will let us know a little bit about the ratio of even to odds. Should there be more even than odds, or should there be less even than odds? And finally, criteria card E again takes a look at our 3-digit solution, but this time it'll let us know a little bit about its structure. Specifically, there are 2 cases. One where there is a pair of digits, as in the example 131, or alternatively, there is no pair. But there are 2 cases, one where all the digits are different, as in the example 134, or all the digits are the same, as in the example 222. Remember, the objective of today's puzzle is to find that unique 3-digit code that abides by all of the 5 criteria cards we just discussed. And we're going to start off with an initial proposal of 314. So the first thing I'd like to test is criteria card B. Okay, so the Turing machine does not approve of my choice for circle. I did choose an even 4. Since the Turing machine does not approve of that, it's letting us know that the circle digit should in fact be odd. So let's go ahead and type that up in our notes for section B. And that again is that circle is an odd digit. And of course, since it is odd, we can cross out both evens. Okay, so the next thing I think I'd like to test is criteria card D. Okay, so the Turing machine does not approve of my proposal. Notice that in my proposal of 314, I do have 2 odds to a single even. Since the Turing machine does not approve of that, it's actually letting us know that there should be more even than odds. So let's go ahead and type that up in our notes for section D. And again, that's that there should be more even than odds. And notice that because we know that circle is odd, that means that triangle and square have to be the evens, since we do need to have a majority of evens. So that means that we can cross out all of the odds for both triangle and square. And so we're basically looking at a even, odd solution. Now let's take a look at criteria card E. Okay, so the Turing machine does approve of my choice in proposal 314. Notice that they are all distinct. So basically that falls under the no pairs criteria. So that means that yes, our solution has no pairs. And specifically, it can't be a triple digit because we do have already a mix of even and odds. So we know they can't be, none of them could be equal. So yeah, so they're all distinct. So let's type up in our notes that the solution has no pairs and specifically we do have, because there are no pairs and they're all distinct, that means that we do have a 2, a 4, and an odd. So that means, again, that triangle and square are not paired up, so they'll be distinct even digits, and then we do have an odd in circle. Well, that does it for this round. We've already completed our 3 Turing tests. Now we're going into the phase where we'll be discussing how to construct a good second round proposal. So notice we did not test criteria card A, comparing square the middle digit to the number 4, and we also did not test criteria card C, where we're comparing the first and last digit. So what could we do? Well, obviously since square is even, it's either going to be a 2 or a 4, and then the other digit for a triangle will be the other even. So what would be a good even digit for triangle so that we could use criteria card C to determine what circle might be? So we know that it's either going to be like, say, a 2, and then it would be circle would be smaller, less than triangle, or it's going to be a 4 and circle will be greater, and then choose 5. So I feel that that's what it's going to be. But picking 2, well, that would be interesting. I think we may be able to deduce, once we figure out what square is, that informs us what triangle is, which would, I believe, inform us of what circle should be. So I think we might be able to deduce criteria card C once we know what square is. Let's see. So what we're looking at is basically either 2, 4, 1 or 4, 2, 5. And I'm just going to choose 4, 2, 5. And let me just double check. Yeah, I believe that's what it would be. So yeah, let's go with 4, 2, 5. Okay, so as I mentioned, I believe that everything really revolves over what the result of criteria card A. So let's go ahead and test criteria card A. Okay, so it is not true that square should be less than 4, since that's what my 2 is, right? 2 is less than 4. It's not. So square is not less than 4. And we know it can't be greater because that's odd. So I'm going to deduce that square is actually equal to 4. And so that's what I'm going to type up in my notes for section A, that we're going to deduce that square is equal to 4. And I am experiencing a little bit of a lag here. So if square is 4, that means triangle is 2, which I then would believe that I think I can deduce that triangle. Oops, let's see what happened there. We'll just go in here and paste it. There we go. So yeah, we're going to deduce that square is 4. So let's go ahead and cross out the 2, leaving us with 4 there, and then we'll cross out the 4 in triangle. And again, my feeling is that if we're comparing triangle and circle, triangle cannot be smaller than circle, because then how would we choose between the 3 and the 5? Those would be ambiguous solutions. So I'm deducing that that triangle should be greater than circle, thus leaving us with circle being 1. So let me go ahead and cross out the 5 here. And in C, I'm going to type that I'm going to deduce that, again, triangle should be greater than circle. And so, again, I do believe the answer should be 2, 4, 1. Just waiting for the computer to catch up a bit here. All right, so okay, so we'll let that go, but or finish typing up, but let's go actually test 2, 4, 1 and see, did our deductions pay off? So 2, 4, 1. Fantastic. Yes, they did pay off. And how do we do versus a Turing machine? Well, we did have 5 Turing tests, but we only actually had to test just 4 of them. So we did do B, D, E in the first round and A in the second. So let's go type that up. So again, B, D, E. And E was the only correct one out of all 4. Even A was incorrect. And so, yeah, we beat the Turing machine by 2 questions. Well, it definitely really paid off to be able to make these deductions. Obviously, at this point, A was a 50-50 once we established there were evens among both triangle and square. But the true deduction really did come down to C, realizing that you might have ambiguous solutions depending on which way the comparison was going to play out. But great puzzle. What did you think? How did you solve it? Did you choose a different set of criteria cards, or what was the order? Did you see any aha moments while you discovered it? Please add those thoughts in the comment section. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up so that more people can find the channel. And of course, hit subscribe to not miss out on any future videos. Well, until next time, have a great one.